No decisions made, no votes taken. And the mayor's comments tomorrow, April the 9th. There'll be two presentations at the community center, one at 4 p.m. and one at 5 p.m. By the contractor who's gonna be doing the work on Center Street. So come hear your news from the contractor who's gonna be doing the work. It's gonna affect everybody over a period of time, and it's gonna be for a little while too, so just get ready. And come listen to what they have to say, and they'll answer your questions. Let's see, other than that, coming up at the end of the month, we'll have the Easter promenade on the Saturday before Easter, Easter sunrise service at the pier for everyone at 7 a.m. on Easter Sunday, and then all the churches will be doing Easter stuff, so enjoy your community and enjoy the holiday. Staff reports, you're up again.
Just wanted to let mayor and council and the public know that the terms of our judge, associate judge, and our prosecutor are all coming up this year. We have advertised those, at least the judges as of today. We're working on getting the prosecutor ad out ASAP. In the memo, it said we'd like to award that in May, but given the date of publication for that ad, we want to make sure the ad's out in the world for long enough. So we're going to ask that you guys approve that in June. That'll still give a couple weeks for any new folks to come on board and get caught up. So the ad for judge, associate judge, and prosecutor, they're going up on the city webpage. You'll see them on Facebook. We're going to circulate those, and then hopefully in June, we'll get you guys to review those and make recommendations for the new terms.
Okay. So have approval for the agenda.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? Vote by acclamation. Have approval for minutes for March 11th. Have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Any additions or corrections? I'll let you call roll for that one.
Mr. Cruz?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Zell?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mayor Goodman?
Yeah.
Passes.
We have any citizen comments this evening?
John McFarland, 1780 Chelwood Circle, Charleston. I was here for the work session, and I'd like to point out to you that when you're having these discussions related to the non-franchise businesses and considering raising the number from $500 to $1,000, my first thought was, wow, these yoga people, I have been here when they presented to you, and I don't know if they're actually commercial in the sense that you would say these are big commercial operations. An extra $500 I think would stretch them. I can tell you that Waves for Women is a nonprofit organization, and when you decide to look at all of these next year, I would appreciate if you would consider that, because I know you let lots of nonprofits use the beach, Save the Light, and lots of others. And some of these, like Waves for Women is a nonprofit, but these yoga, I would ask you to, at least for this year, at least hold it to $500, and so you can look at it and see whether or not that would work for them. Because I just think it's a lot of money. An extra $500 might kill some of these yoga classes. They aren't professional in the same sense. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Sarah Butler. I live at 408 West Hudson. I just wanted to introduce myself. I know most of you. I am the executive director for Waves for Women, which is a Folly-based nonprofit. I gave you all some information about us tonight, and I know some of the citizens and residents here. Just want to say hi and make sure everybody knows me. I'll be at more meetings. I've only been the executive director for 6 months, so I'm learning the ropes. But we've been around since 2019, and I want to thank the city and the citizens of Folly for their support.
Anyone else? Okay. So we move right along. No commission or board reports, no old business. Right into new business, ordinance 03-25. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. All right, to award the franchise, we have a motion, non-franchise, excuse me. Have a second? But you gotta give me what you're moving to do.
For the approval, you want the entity,
Well, yeah, how we know who you're approving?
four Ps.
Hmm?
Folly Beach Island, Yoga.
You got them all, I got them all written down. I make a motion that we approve Carolina Salt, Folly Beach Island Yoga, Serenity Tree Yoga, and Waves for Women, under the same award as last year, in the same locations. I'll do them separate, just in case. As far as the other two I was gonna make.
Okay, have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I would like to make a motion that we charge the base fee, we raised the base fee on the four groups from 500 to 1,000, and we raised the surfers from 5 to 10.
Any other comments, questions?
Is there a second for that motion?
Yeah, you have a second to the motion?
I wonder if there is any
You want to
consideration.
second the motion first?
Oh, I thought it was second.
I didn't get a second for the motion, I missed it.
I did them separate, because I figured this would have discussion.
This is he made a motion to end the motion, so I need a second.
So we have a motion on the floor to do the same awards at the same locations, and then a sub-motion to raise the base fee to 1K and the limit to 10 students.
Yeah. Do I have a second for that motion?
Yes.
Okay. Now, ask your question.
Now I wonder, well, I just wonder if I should wait it and make a separate motion.
Oh.
But I wonder if what the rest of the council thinks about charging 1,000, moving up to 1,000 for surf and leaving the yoga at 500.
This is the time to discuss it.
I mean,
That's why I wrote it separately, because I knew we'd want to discuss it. Catherine, go for it.
thank you. So earlier, that was one of my concerns as far as the different scales, so I would be absolutely supportive of that.
I just think we're making a decision on numbers we don't really have in front of us, so like John was just saying, some of these yoga groups, I don't know how much they're making, we don't know how much they're making. So we're making a assumption that they can go from 500 to 1,000 or whatever, without any real information. I don't see where that's fair to the people that are.
Yeah, I think there probably is a difference in character from surf lessons and yoga, and maybe treating them differently is more appropriate. But you said your motion dealt with just, I'm sorry.
My motion went to the 10 surfers and made it $1,000 for all four of them instead of the base rate of 500. And my rationale for that one is, you can do the math on the number of campers, number of people they have in yoga meetings, how many times a week, and how much they charge. You can get a pretty good rough estimate in your head of what they're doing, numbers wise, right? Same with the surfers. So you don't have to have the numbers right in front of you. I mean, I'll look at business numbers all day. So maybe my mind works a little different, but I can look at that their website and pretty much tell you, what they're asking for attendees, what they're charging per attendee, how many of their lessons they're having per week. You can get a good rough estimate of what they're doing. A $500 difference isn't hurting anybody and hurting anybody complain about it. Nobody got up there and kept citizens' comments and said anything. I'd be more lenient for a nonprofit, because I do understand that aspect is a little more cumbersome. But for just a regular business operating on the beach, I do not see a difference. And that's why I said $1,000 for all of them. Now, it's brought up separate, because I knew y'all want to discuss that. So if y'all want to change it, I'm not mad at you. I just think you're leaving money on the table.
Well, again, I really think that they're two different entities as far as their mission, possibly the numbers. Some of them take donations, some of them are nonprofit. So honestly, today, I'd be more comfortable with 500 for the yoga and 1,000 for the surf.
My question is going to be to them, if you say that, then I think you just leave it at 500 altogether.
Great.
Because if you're going to charge, you're going to say that surfers are making more money than yoga people without any basis of knowledge of the money. And that was your argument for not going up on yoga people.
I'd be thrilled
So
if
you
it's
can't treat surfers, like different people and assume that they're making more money than yoga.
Let's treat
That's
them all
just
the
not.
same then.
Then I am
Well,
thrilled.
I was trying to do that.
Yeah, that's good.
I was doing that at 1,000. Y'all want to keep it at 500. That's,
Okay, so I'll circle back and say 500 for all, I would be thrilled.
So there's a motion on the floor for 1,000, so we have to shoot that
Oh.
down.
Yeah,
If
you
you'd
don't
like
have to vote that down and redo. Any other comments,
All
Mr.
right, so
On the amendment?
On the motion to raise all base fees to 1,000 and allow 10 students in surf camps. Mr. Brazell,
Read the motion one more time, because are we voting on DJ's motion or this?
You remote, we're
Gotta vote on
voting
DJ's
Mr.
motion.
Rich's
I'm gonna say no.
1,000.
Dr. Houghton?
No.
Mr. Farley?
No.
Mr. Fink?
No.
Mr. Grooms?
No.
Mr. Rich?
Yeah, man.
Mayor Goodwin?
I'd say yes too.
All right, that motion fails.
Now, back to the original motion.
The original motion would be to award
Same award, same location,
the same providers at the same locations as last year,
at the same rates.
at the same rates.
Are y'all paying attention?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're ready to call that one?
Any other?
Well, it wouldn't be,
We have to make a motion for the, increase to 10 students.
Well,
We need to go back to do that.
you wanna make a motion?
I would
Rich?
like to make a motion to raise the number to 10 for surfers.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
All right. On the motion to raise the number of allowable students to 10 for surf lessons, Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Bazell?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
No. Don't get ahead of me.
Yeah. So that motion passes.
All right, so now we're back to the original again, same number, same location, same fee, with the exception of the motion to just pass to raise the students to 10 in surf lessons.
Does that mean you're, just for clarity, does that mean everybody goes to the
To 10.
same, or the hybrid stays? Because we say the same as last year,
No, I said,
you said the same as last year.
well, that wasn't there,
Same locations, same
Same.
vendors, same
Same
fees,
vendors, same
so
location.
limit of
and
10
everybody's
students.
at a 500 base, 500 fee, 10 students.
But if we say the same as last year,
So,
the hybrid was in there.
I said with the exception of the motion to just pass it, all have 10 students. All surf lessons have 10 students.
so are, where we are now, the same providers at the same locations for the same fee, and surf lessons get 10, all surf lessons get 10
10
students.
students,
For, okay.
for everybody.
Not, so you're saying they all have the same fee? You're not saying for the same fee that they had last year? That's what I'm trying to
For
clarify.
$500.
$500,
Yeah,
correct?
Yes, sir. So no 2% growth and no 20 students.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just a play on words,
That's
because you're
fine.
saying the same as last year,
everybody but one had $500 last year. So everybody's $500
everybody
this
but
year.
one had
Everybody's $500. Everybody gets 10 students.
the 2%'s gone.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Ready for this?
yep,
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Bazell?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
yeah.
Passes.
Okay, now we're up to ordinance 3-25. Ordinance amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances to repeal section 151.23 and create a new section 151.23, construction standards for erosion and flood control devices. Have a motion, the first reading, have a motion to approve,
So moved.
have a second.
Second.
Any questions?
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Bazell?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yeah.
Passes first.
Ordinance 5-25 is also the first reading. An ordinance amending the Folly Beach Code of Ordinances, Chapter 117, short-term rentals, and just to tighten up the language in the ordinance. Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Any questions, discussion? Mr. Pope, you fast?
Dr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Fink? Yes. Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Bazell?
Yes.
Mr. Farley?
Yes.
Mr. Grooms?
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin?
Yeah.
Passes first.
Resolution 12-25, a resolution by Folly Beach City Council authorizing the distribution of the remaining $13,000 held in the History Reserve account to the Folly Beach Historical Society to be used for the upfitting of the new History Museum and curation of exhibits. Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Have a second? Any questions, comments?
I'll make a motion we postpone. If there's a second, and I'm gonna turn it over to Catherine.
Oh, second.
Go for it.
One of the questions that I have, being a champion of this museum from the get-go, right now, when I'm looking at what the terminology of this is for upfitting, I'd like to see more details, since it's $13,000 of taxpayer money, as far as exactly what that is, so that we're clear when we vote on that, and if there's any documentation to that, I'd ask for that tonight, otherwise I believe we should postpone it.
And when Catherine first spoke to me about this, I jumped on board. We just got a little not public record. We get in trouble, but we need to be a little more transparent, and then people want to know where money's going when it goes to nonprofits. We need a list of what they're doing with the money or something, you know, to back it up, instead of just handing over. If we did this with any other club out here, we'd face a lot of scrutiny right now. And I think we just need to make sure we're treating everybody the same. Once again, it's just being fair to everybody. You need to have a backup is what the money's
Well,
for.
here's the deal. The money's gonna be spent on the History Museum. Turning this money over to them to spend it is gonna make it a whole lot easier for the staff members in the county. Otherwise, every time they buy a cabinet, Lee's gotta get involved. And with Lee as a civil servant and a member, resident of the city being on the board, and their treasurer on the board, I'm sure there's nothing gonna go wrong with
I
that.
understand, but we're not saying, I don't want to keep the money in there, I'd rather give it to them. But we also need to know what they're gonna do with it, just the same as we would do for any other board. I'm just asking to postpone it so we can at least get a list of associated costs of what they're gonna do with it, so that we know that they're gonna spend it on what they're intending to.
Okay.
It's just the same thing we do for everybody, it's just a matter of being fair across the board,
Any
it's
other,
nothing else.
any other comments?
It's just a process, it's just a process issue as far as for me, and I am very, very supportive of the museum. Don't misunderstand me, so that's really where I am with process, and I would say in a month we'd have more information.
Any other comments? Mr. Pope, on the
Motion.
motion to postpone.
Postpone. All right. Mr. Brazil,
No.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Dr. Houghton,
Yes?
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
No.
Mayor Goodwin.
No.
The motion to
Pass.
postpone passes.
Okay. Resolution 13-25, resolution by Folly Beach City Council authorizing the creation of reimbursement grant program for replacement of palmetto trees funded with $10,000 from the Tree Fund Preservation. And this is like it was last time for trees that might disappear during trimming.
Mayor, do you mind if I make a comment on that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
They're proposing to take out 86 palmetto trees. I know there's a map, Eric will shoot me, but if you email elutz@follybeach.com, follybeach.com.
Why don't we just tell ELUTs to put it on the website?
Yeah, we'll get that map posted, but they are proposing, last time it was 500 trees, this time it's 86 palmetto trees in the right of way. So that's what this is intended to, offer up relief for.
And we'll get with Dominion and post that map on the website.
Don't
So-
email Eric.
Are we on the floor yet? Motion to approve?
No,
Motion to approve.
Second.
he just wanted to say that.
What's the, last time we did this, how much of it was that? Because I remember we had money left over, then we ended up, I think, if I remember right, Bill, didn't you do some money for like a replacement program that never really got used? And we ended up taking the money and putting it into something else.
We only did half last time. We covered like half the cost. Back then, there were $300. We offered $150. There was 3 people that took us up on it. This time, it covers nearly all of the cost. I called earlier, and the palmetto is about $475 delivered, planted, and
Right.
set up. So this will cover all the cost. It might encourage some people, but again, it's only limited to those that had trees removed off their property or
Right.
adjacent right of way. So
Right.
the exposure is pretty limited.
Right.
Yeah.
So last time, I knew we did something else with trees with that money.
We just left the money in the tree account. This is coming out of the tree.
It's coming out of the tree fund, okay.
So it didn't
I got
get
you.
used, so it just stayed
It's
there.
gonna stay there, yeah, okay.
All right. Any other questions? Mr. Pope?
Mr. Rich.
Yes.
Dr. Houghton.
Yes.
Mr. Grooms.
Yes.
Mr. Farley.
Yes.
Mr. Fink.
Yes.
Ms.
Yeah.
Mayor Goodwin.
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, Mr. Grooms, would you like to start
Let's
council comments?
start with, where'd Jenna go? There she is, perfect. Jenna's an avid bird watcher and plant lover like myself, and we were talking the other day about getting some more native plants and flowers in and about the island. So with that, and this would of course help migrating butterflies and birds that come through the island. So I'm wanting to use some of my public notice allotment of up to $675 to buy some native plants and seeds that Jenna would distribute to the public. So wait for the announcements coming soon.
Mr. Fink?
Happy Easter. Remember the season. It's an opportunity to serve. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming tonight. That meeting tomorrow at 4 and 5 is a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Rich has been talking about it, about the interruption it's gonna be, the scope of the work that it's gonna be. And I would encourage everybody to attend one of those meetings just to see what a big deal this project is gonna be. That's all.
This is my favorite time. I knew it was coming. I have my notes, my favorite. Some of you may know Laverne James, and he was a mayor in the early 80s. And I'd just like you to send him some really good vibes, possibly call him. He's in a rehabilitation at Bishop Gadsden, and he's doing great. So hopefully he'll come back in time to sit at the pool and have fun. So just send good thoughts towards Laverne James. Secondly, this is Celebrate National Library Week. I could not push this as much. I mean, I'm thrilled about this. So if you don't have a library card, get one. And there's so many, this is your taxpayer dollars, whether it be on Folly or the Baxter Patrick James Island Library, I mean, Kids Cafe, workforce development programs, story time, dial a story, the whole 9 yards. And then
You
last,
have a Roku, it's Hoopla on, you have to have a.
yeah, that's right, that's
My
right.
wife fainted when I had a library card the other day for the first time in I don't know how many years.
Hallelujah. See, it's Library Week. What did I tell you? And then last but not least, we have a discretionary fund, and I would like to give my last $200 of the, well, actually I have 200 more, so I have one more, to the, to actually Vanessa and for her to explain why we selected the South Carolina Aquarium and how that will be utilized, and Kelly as well.
Hey y'all, I know that y'all know me. I'm Vanessa Altman, I do live on the beach, 510C, East Ashland, forgot my address, okay? Anyway, if you don't know who I am, I work with the Fab Litter Committee, I'm Toby the Turtle, and I'm actually work with the South Carolina Aquarium on the conservation team also. Standing with me is Kelly Thorvison, who is my boss over there, because she is the senior manager of the conservation team. So first, I want to tell you, city, because this gets real emotional. Toby's a big, big thing for me. I wanted to tell you I'm humbled by all the generosity of the support that the city has given me and the mission of Toby, and for what you've done to give support to the South Carolina Aquarium. Without them, I could not have successful sweeps like we do. The past 9 sweeps we've had from 2021 through 2024, we have had 1,400 volunteers, that's huge, on our beach and on our streets, cleaning up, removing 98,000 pieces of debris, which would get recorded to the aquarium on their data entry. Folly Beach has become a precedent for other beach communities by stepping forward to support these sweeps, to also education on litter. So therefore, you are pushing forward, being the footprint, the green footprint for other community beaches, and I want you to know that. And I hear this from all the beaches when I go. Okay, I also wanted to tell you that they work very closely with me because they do supply the necessary equipment for us to be able to do these sweeps. So that's the reason why this money is being given to the aquarium, because they are a nonprofit. Okay, and I'm gonna let her say that, tell you all about it. But I want to tell you, with that being said, I really love the fact I live for a community that embraces what is done with Toby, all the love, y'all, support you've given, I'm gonna cry, I'm sorry, and the mission to keep Toby, to help keep Folly clean. Okay, Kelly.
Don't cry or I'm gonna cry, because that's what I do. I'm Kelly Thorvalson, Senior Manager of Conservation at the Aquarium. I've been here and spoken with, at council meetings in the past. Just a little, not many, everyone knows we rescue sea turtles at the South Carolina Aquarium, and we exhibit animals and educate the public. However, not everyone knows that we have a really robust conservation department working beyond our walls on some of the most pressing environmental issues of our time, and that is sea level rise and plastic pollution. These are major issues that not only threaten wildlife and water, but human health. And so in 2015, we developed this department and have been working across the state, mostly here in Charleston and in the Tri-County area, but we work in the upstate, in the Midlands, and from the north and south coasts. So I would like to just thank you all for being such an incredible leaders of conservation for your community, for embracing Toby Turtle and cleanups. This past weekend, we held the island-wide cleanup with 7 stations across the beach, had over 100 people out cleaning roadsides and the beaches. We always send the kids to the beach. And I heard from someone that is from, gosh, I don't remember where they're from now, but they said they were amazed at how clean the beach was, how clean the roadsides were as they were out cleaning. And we got plenty of trash, but they said we would never see this in our community, in our beachfront community. And so I think what's happening here is just years and years of environmental work, conservation work, and litter sweeps, education and awareness. It's working, you guys, so great job. Thank you from a nonprofit organization, the South Carolina Aquarium. A lot of people don't realize that, we're not state funded. And we appreciate every bit of support we can get from you guys, and we appreciate your partnership. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this past weekend, we picked up trash, and within 5 minutes, we had 2 5-gallon pails. So it's a necessary thing to do. So I appreciate y'all doing that. I do want to devote some of my discretionary fund tonight, $450 to Pet Helpers, $750 to the History Museum. So, thank you.
You can tell us in the budget season because we're all doing the same thing. I've given, I don't know if y'all heard, but the Folly Anglers do the Take a Kid fishing every year. Between last year and this year, they lost 100 rod and reel sets. They thought they were stored somewhere and then they disappeared. So I am diverting my council discretionary to the $1,000 to the anglers for the Take a Kid fishing tournament that they do in June, so they can replace at least most of those rod and reels. After that, that's all I got.
Okay, one thing I didn't mention earlier
Yeah.
is Marlene Estridge will retire May the 3rd. They're gonna have a little get-together
At the community center.
community center from 2 to 4. Anderson assures me he's got an end date. I keep saying I haven't seen the paperwork yet. I don't believe it till I see the paperwork after all these years.
She doesn't need to write it down, but she's given us the definitive date.
Okay, so keep that in mind, May the 3rd. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
7:51.
Yeah.
Single time.